Hello everyone, and welcome back to DreamingAI. Newt here, and today we are going to learn about some additional nodes that can be used in ComfyUI, along with an introduction to installing custom nodes. Custom nodes are one of the things I love most about ComfyUI. Developers all around the world who are interested in extending ComfyUI's functionalities can add or modify features that are already present in a very simple and powerful way. For the majority of cases, you will find these nodes on GitHub. The most famous ones are undoubtedly ComfyUI-Manager, Deficiency Notes for ComfyUI, Was Node Suite, ComfyUI Nested Node Builder, and as far as I'm concerned, also ComfyUI-Custom-Scripts. Each of these add-ons adds specific features that make an already comprehensive interface even more versatile. I suggest you read the specifications of each node for more details and choose only those that help you with what you want to achieve, avoiding making ComfyUI too cluttered. I've included all the information in the description. The installation process is practically the same every time, and for convenience, I recommend using Git, which you should have previously downloaded and installed from the website I'll provide in the description. Navigate to the Custom Nodes folder in ComfyUI, type cmd in the address bar, and press Enter. Now enter the command git clone, followed by the GitHub repository address, which you can find by clicking on code and selecting HTTPS. So in this case, the command will be like this. Press Enter, and the plugin will be automatically downloaded into that folder. Upon launching ComfyUI, it will be loaded automatically. Now let's move on to today's example. I want to create an image that features a female character on the right side against a cyberpunk city background. The challenge in this example is the positioning of the character, as they are typically placed in the center or at a random position. So let's open the example from the last time and modify it to achieve our goal. Since I want to do a bit of cleanup, I'll enable the option related to the custom node ComfyUI-Custom-Scripts to make the connections between node straight lines. Looks better, right? I also want to change the model since we're at it. Now, first of all, I need to separate the prompt I'll use to create the background from the one I'll use to create the character. Unlike the previous example, we'll see how to extract the text and put it in a separate node, so we can use it with multiple clip text and code nodes without having to rewrite it and making our project much more dynamic. Right-click on the clip node and select Convert Text to Input. This way, we can pass the text from another node. The node we'll use is the primitive node. This node adapts to the fields it's connected to. So in this case, if we connect it to a text field, it will show a field to input the text. Do the same for both the negative node, which in this example is only one, and the positive nodes. I'll remove some tags from the character park related to the background and add them to the other prompt. Now let's use another custom node called string function. This node allows us to combine two text strings to have one that includes both. Similar to what we did with clip texting code, let's turn the text A and text B fields into input nodes this way. And now connect both the text for the character and the one for the background to this node. Connect the output to another clip text in code. Next, we'll use another specialized node that allows us to select the area affected by our prompts. It's called conditioning set area, and we'll use two of them since we want to divide our image into right and left. As you can see, this node allows us to select the size of the area affected by the connected prompt, as well as where it starts with the X and Y values. So in our example, our output image has dimensions of 1280 by 704. To split it in half, we'll set the width to 640 for both conditioning nodes. And for the one identifying the character, we'll also adjust the X so that the prompt starts affecting from the 640th pixel onwards. In reality, I've learned that we shouldn't be too precise with these kinds of operations because we risk creating images with left and right sides that don't match well. Therefore, I'll reduce the height a bit on both nodes. Now, let's use the last new node for today, which is conditioning combine. This allows us to merge various conditions. So let's first combine the two conditioning set area nodes, and then combine the output of this with the output of the clip text encode that only has the background prompt as input. It might seem complicated, but in reality, it's not at all. We're simply killing ComfyUI that we want, only the background in the background area, and the character along with the background in the character area. Now, connect the output of this final combine to the positive prompt of our K-sampler. Also changing some settings of the K-sampler that seems to work better for this kind of things, but feel free to do your own tests. And let's see how our first controlled area image looks. Not bad, huh? I hope this tutorial helped you learn a little bit more of the ComfyUI interface. If you have any questions, please let me know in the comments below. I'll be happy to help you out as much as I can. Please consider subscribing and leave a like if you want to help this channel. And as always, keep dreaming.